The document in question, presuming it's even there and presuming Trump even waved it around, let alone showed it to anyone, effectively was a request by General Milley, a deep stater, a unipartyist, to attack the Iranians, to go to war against a Russian puppet state. It would have caused us to be very close to the brink of World War III, over which we could have easily gone, depending on the combat situation. It was a request to the commander-in-chief to attack the Iranians, a proto-nuclear state. And Trump said no. And I think that's why they're throwing it in there and having a problem with him. He told them he was not willing to start World War III, and they got pissed about it. He wasn't willing to go to war with a direct ally of the Russians because he felt that it was a bad idea to do. I see this as a gain for Trump, at least among his core fan base. Most of us don't want more war. You see that now the parties they've done a flip like supposedly they did back in the 60s and 70s, and the Republicans have now become the party of populism and anti-war sentiment, which means that it'll win the youth in the future once the Gen Zers begin to age a little bit and they become the middle-aged demographic. I think Gen Alpha will look back on Trump a lot more mercifully than they do. So he didn't want to start a war. How's that a bad thing? He told Milley no. I'm supposed to care very much about this document, this classified document. It might have been shown to anyone. I don't care. What I care about is the fact that this prosecution is effectively laying bare the fact that Donald Trump told the deep state, no, I'm not going to start World War III, and they got pissy about it. I don't see this affecting Donald Trump's polling numbers in a negative fashion. If anything, it probably bolsters him more. If more people knew exactly the ramifications of what they're claiming, specifically, this is pertinent to him saying no to a war with Iran, which is about the craziest goddamn idea you could possibly get into your head. He stood up against the deep state. Now, all of a sudden, he's being prosecuted from 3 different angles. Put 2 and goddamn 2 together, Sherlock. It's not easy. It's not hard to see exactly what's happening here. Trump requested deletion of security footage. Who gives a goddamn? Who cares? The footage wasn't deleted, so the request clearly was denied by his own employees. So it's a non-starter as far as I'm concerned.